Hello and welcome to Health Matters. I am Yomi Otaigbe. The birth of a child most of the time brings joy to the parents, particularly the mother who carried the baby in her womb for 9 months. However, some women experience a brief period of worry or unhappiness after delivery, which can stretch for too long, leading to postnatal. On the show today, we'll be X-raying the possible causes of this condition, its signs and symptoms, and most importantly, how to prevent and treat postnatal depression. Our guest today is a consultant psychiatrist with the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Babatunde Fadipe. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, in my introduction I said, when you have a baby, it's a period to be happy. So, why postnatal depression? What is this about?
Well, the first thing is to understand what postnatal depression is. And like you said, some women undergo a period of worry. To understand what postnatal depression really is, we need to understand what the terms that make up this diagnosis. Postnatal simply means following delivery. And depression is similar to the depression that other people may have, whether male or female. But postnatal depression occurs only in females and is characterized by several features, including feelings of unhappiness, low mood, loss of interest in activities that people normally find pleasurable, reduced energy, difficulty with concentrating, low libido. They may have feelings of hopelessness, worry. More specifically, the mother may have concerns about the health of her baby. So you find women worrying that maybe their baby is not breathing well or has some kind of deformity or the other. Women as individuals, generally we cope in different ways with situations, again, depending on the type of, or depending on what we have been equipped with growing up. And there are certain factors that would put every individual at risk of becoming depressed following delivery.
Because I was thinking, a woman who's just had a baby, and there are several other women who, you have a baby and you're happy. Why would this particular person, calm down or allow that period of worry or unhappiness to fester for too long?
Well, so in the first instance, you said something, why would the person allow? It is not, that may suggest that it's something that the person does intentionally, or it's something that they can control, but that is not the case, because it is an emotional problem. It is a mood disorder, and it's not, it's not within the control of that woman. Yes, a lot of times people have this idea that, oh, well, you should be able to snap out of it, but that is not the case. Like every other, if that is the case, then if somebody has hypertension, they should be able to snap out of it. If they have diabetes, they should be able to snap out of it. So, it's not usually within the control of the person, because there are several factors.
So those susceptible factors, let's talk about them.
Yes, so there are susceptible factors, because you're interested in what will cause it. And if you use the word cause, it means that once you have this, it means that the person should come down with. So we can't really talk about one cause. We can talk about several factors that would contribute, and a number of factors that would put a woman at risk of developing depression in the postpartum period. And so we have seen that women who are single, for instance, who are unmarried, who lack a confiding relationship, if the pregnancy is unwanted or unplanned for, at risk. If it is a first baby, they're at risk, and this is understandable. I mean, for those who have
the
had...
woman doesn't understand yet, you know, how to take care of a baby and things like that.
I mean, and so that means that it is likely that that process will be stressful. If a woman experiences what we call significant life events, that's life-changing events during pregnancy, it may put them at risk, again, depending on how they're able to cope with these things. And you would agree with me that pregnancy in itself is a life-changing event. If a woman has had depression or depressive symptoms during the period of pregnancy, it can continue into the period after pregnancy. If they had difficult labor or they had obstetric complications, for instance, if the baby was delivered by forceps, it may put them at risk of becoming depressed. Especially in our environment, I mean, compared to what obtains in the Western world, what we have seen is that, or what literature has described is that there are certain cultural practices that may protect us in this environment, or the women from, and that is in the area of social support. So if a woman lacks that support, it may put them at risk, and that is why you would see that sometimes when a woman has a baby, maybe the mother-in-law would come around, or their own mother, to help them, you know, by providing advice, information. I mean, this is how you do it, this is what not to do. They give them sometimes material support, whether from other immediate family members, I mean, practical support. Women who have a history of substance use are also at risk of becoming depressed.
Substance meaning drugs?
Drugs,
okay.
Yes. Also at risk of becoming, and then experience of other life events, the loss of a loved one, loss of a job, socioeconomic factors, unemployment, low educational achievements also puts, and then if there is a problem in the marital relationship, it can also put a woman at risk of developing
postnatal depression.
Yes.
Could there also be perhaps underlying mental health issues even before the pregnancy and the birth of the baby?
Okay, so I mean,